And I'm here with someone who really needs no introduction, but let's just have, for the people that don't know you, let's just have you tell them who you are and a little bit about what you do.
Okay. My name is Ruth Werner, and I'm a pathology educator for massage therapists. So I wrote a book called A Massage Therapist's Guide to Pathology. I write columns with some trade journals. I have a little podcast called I Have a Client Who. And that's what I do. I educate massage therapists about the role of massage therapy in the context of people who are dealing with illness and disease.
I want to talk about the podcast, but first I want to talk about what got things going for you to end up being here as a guest educator. I was invited. So that's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Erik, Dalton, and I have known each other for many, many years, but we frequently, that happened because we teach at the same meetings, which means neither of us can ever get to see each other present. And so it's a special treat this time to come and do a technique class, which I haven't done in a really long time because I'm not in practice, and be at an educational meeting where I have no responsibilities at all. So
probably a good feeling, huh?
Yeah, it was great. And it's an honor to be invited and to be part of a really great group.
And I think this is the first time you've been to Oklahoma City for this. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, knowing that, what has been one of the highlights or something that has stood out to you over the weekend?
I have, because I'm not in practice and I don't do technique classes, I forgot how much fun bodies are and how much there is. I'm 61 and there's still so much to discover about ways I can move and ways I can translate touch and force into other bodies that I had never considered. And a lot of Erik's stuff feels very sort of acrobatic to me. You know, the stuff with the feet over your head and you're backwards and you're, and I don't know that I would use that a lot if I were in practice, but it's just so much fun to play with what we can do. And there's this real sense of playing here that I'm really enjoying.
Does it make you miss it?
No.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, I loved doing massage and I did it for a really long time, but it was never my main calling. And when I closed my practice and decided I was not going to keep my licenses current, I never looked back. It was not the right match for me.
Well, tell me, is there anything that you're going to take with you after this weekend?
Oh, I think it will be just remembering how much fun it is to play, and to try to maybe incorporate more of that happiness into the way I write about massage therapists and teach about the way massage therapists can be working with their clients, even their clients who are living with some pretty severe health challenges.
So mentioning that, let's talk a little bit about, I think it's your most recent project, is the I Have a Client Who. Is that right? Or
it is a project that I am working on all the time. It is a gaping maw of content vacuum. It's a weekly podcast that I do called I Have a Client Who. And it's put out through the ABMP. It's under their podcast umbrella. And in that podcast, massage therapists send me short little 2 or 3 sentence descriptions of odd things that came up pathology related during a massage session or with a potential client, because we all have those sentences that start, I have a client who. They are my favorite sentences. So in this podcast, in about 10 to 12 minutes, I share that therapist story. I take apart the pathology aspect a little bit, and then we talk about what options might be available or, what next steps might be. And it's a lot of fun, and it's just like 10 minutes long. So it's the right length of time to fold a load of laundry or unload the dishwasher or, do the daily chores that we do.
So tell people what's the best way to connect with you if they're curious about learning more about what we talked about.
Sure, that would be great. So my website is really hard to remember. It is ruthwerner.com. That's WERNER, ruthwerner.com. And there you can find information about how to access my book and how to access some online self-paced education courses. And you can link up to the podcast. I have an archive there with literally hundreds of things that I have written over the years about massage and pathology. So you can come and do a search for multiple sclerosis or lupus or, whatever it is that you are curious about. And very likely you will find something that I have tried to contribute to that discussion. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you for taking a couple minutes to talk to me, Ruth. And
very happy to do that,
I
Ben.
hope to keep in touch with you in the future.
Yes, please.
And everyone else, keep in touch with Ruth also.
I will look forward to seeing you. Thanks.